The Guardian. The Guardian posted something. It says here, the return of Marcos to power in the Philippines is a warning to the world. I repeat, to the world. The first post that I've read, it says, the Guardian view on the Marcos family's return, bad news for the Philippines. So this was May 17, they posted bad news for the Philippines. And then the next day, they posted it's bad news, a warning or a threat to the world. Why are these countries? I don't know what country is this, the Guardian. The Guardian. The Guardian is from United Kingdom. Why is countries afraid that Marcos will be back to the Malacanang Palace to be the president again? Okay, let's try to open a video from YouTube that I've searched. So it was in Tagalog language and I will just translate it as much as possible. So let's try.
The decision that was made in Bretton Woods Monetary Conference in June 1944 that was held in USA, attended by representatives from 44 countries, including the Philippines. Philippine representative was Carlos Rumelo. The meeting decided that US dollar is the official currency of the world market. In the Bretton Woods Monetary Conference, established the World Bank, or the International Bank for Reconstruction and Development, and the IMF, or the International Monetary Fund, that was after World War II. Countries have been ruined and lost their wealth and economies have been down. The question: how can these countries rebuild stability and economy from war? That's why they established the Bretton Woods Conference. The decision that was made in that conference were this: since US dollar is the official currency of world market and countries need to participate on the trade, countries need to exchange their golds to US dollar in the Federal Reserve to get a fund in the form of US dollars. But the requirement of Bretton Woods was each country needs to have a central bank. But the problem was countries don't have golds because gold reserves were stolen by Hitler, Mussolini, and Yamashita. And other countries really don't have any gold reserve. But here is Ferdinand Marcos. Marcos has a lot of gold even before he became the Philippine President on 1965. He loves to buy and sell golds. Marcos knew the value of gold and saved it even before the World War II started. Then Ferdinand Marcos became a guerrilla leader that has a force of 9,000 men in World War II. He knew where are the gold that was hidden by Yamashita and Hitler. In short, he outsmarted Yamashita and Hitler. He got some of it after World War II. That's why there was a conference in Bretton Woods. For your information, Ferdinand Marcos was already an attorney from year 1939, and he became a congressman on 1946 to 1947 under the administration of President Manuel Rojas. Countries that don't have gold reserve can't build a central bank. Here comes Ferdinand Marcos for gold transactions. He lent countries to have a gold reserve so they can build their own central bank to participate in the world market. Because of this, countries owes big time to Ferdinand Marcos for helping them. Take note, he's still not a president at that time. He just became president at the year 1965. In return, he can't just help or lend the countries without expecting in return. So, the conversation was, He will just lend golds if they will pay interest based on US dollar per ounce. That time, $35 was the base rate. That was the base rate that was set up by Bretton Woods. In 1 ton of gold is equivalent of 35,000 ounces, which means if Ferdinand Marcos lent 1 ton of gold, $35 times 35 ounces, this was the payment to Ferdinand Marcos. In short, the gold earned $1.2 million in 1 month per 1 ton of gold. What if Ferdinand Marcos lent not only 1 ton of gold? What if 100 metric tons? What if 500 metric tons? What if 3,500 metric tons? Take note, this is just one country. Ferdinand Marcos found golds from Yamashita and Hitler and distributed this to 170 countries in the world. Now it's year 2022. The gold price is $2,000 per ounce of gold. Too many decades have passed. Can you count how much? What if it's also compounded interest? In that one country is just in the White Eagle account of Marcos. Oh, we still haven't talked the White Mongolian account of King Bernardo Carpio that he also transferred to Marcos. We still haven't talked the White Vatican account that was secured by Philippine hero Jose Rizal that was also transferred to Marcos. On year 1974, the gold was already priced higher because it was an ancient wealth that was entrusted to Vatican, and Vatican wants to acquire this, but saved by Marcos for the Philippines. We still haven't talked the Kiram account of Sulu Sultanate that was entrusted to Marcos. We still haven't talked the golds from Yamashita and Hitler's or the World War II loots that was recovered by Marcos and the military from the time of martial law that he also included in the trust accounts. So now, you can't believe what Marcos did? You can't believe that Marcos was an intelligent investor. You couldn't believe that these golds earned in 70 years, that until now it is still earning. Imelda Marcos was right. This can pay the debt of the Philippines and the debt of the world. That's why it's called Ferdinand Marcos Wealth for Humanity. Remember, we were just talking about the interest of the golds. We were still not talking about the capital or the gold assets that was installed in the vaults. He's dead, but the Filipinos will going to benefit this. Why Filipinos? When Ferdinand Marcos consolidated all of the gold assets in one trust account or trust fund, he declared in the document the heir was the people of the Philippine Islands.
Okay guys, I hope you've learned something. To those pro Duterte and pro Marcos, we knew that the Lord still sits on his throne. Be well, bye!